Do you have some sort of oil seal seepage problem going on? You got a dual lip or even a single lip seal like this that's got a garter spring in the back? That's a little spring, if you can focus on that. Little silver spring rolling around there. It helps keep tension on this lip, just enough that it doesn't wear out, but that it seals. Well, in some cases, we need a little bit extra. So let me show you a little trick that I've picked up recently to help you with that. Okay, here's the device. It's an angled gearbox. This is for a tour bus cooling system. We're working on this thing. We were testing it with this setup here. You see we got the thermocouple on it, and it's seeping. That's what that is. Once we shut it down, it starts to seep. As you can see, the oil level is like right there. The oil level might be a little bit high as well. So we're gonna have to double check that. This seal has already been replaced. You see that it's been siliconed into the housing. That's due to the temperature cycling that this device sees. And also you see that O-ring back in there, that's all been replaced. You can clearly see where the seepage starts is somewhere around the side here. What I think is it's not shaft play. We've checked that. I think that this housing, the bore is ovaled. So at the sides, we're getting not as tight of contact of the seal onto this little stub that's removable. So this has actually been replaced already as well. This goes right in here. And in most cases, you know, your sealing surface will not be removable. But in this case, it happens to be. So everything has been replaced and it still seeps. So what could be the problem? Well, the oil level could be a little high. Yes, that's true. But also, we think that this housing is ovaled. So let me show you the trick now. Okay, so what I'm doing here is I'm using a hooked pick and just gently hooked onto that garter spring, right? Being careful for that sharp tip, right? And we're just gonna work that spring out of there, okay? If I had two hands, I could probably do it a little gentler, but okay, there it is. We got the spring out. Okay, so as you can see, I've exploited the gap, all right? And the way I did that was I just unscrewed this side, which I'm trying to get it to focus, but you see how it's tapered? There's that tapered side, and then this side is not tapered. So we cleaned it up with a little electrical contact cleaner to make it a little easier to handle, and then we unscrewed it. Total measurement is 171.5, and we're gonna go ahead and cut about 6 millimeters off of it, and let's see if we can put it back in and stop that seep. Be sure to not cut the tapered side because then you don't have anything to screw in. When you screw it in, you can then put it back in very carefully, not to tear the seal, right? And then test out your device and see if it works. It's important to dry these though after you spray them because you don't want any rust to form if it's not stainless. Okay, here it is. Putting it back together and screwing it in. Gonna go install it. Okay, it's difficult but doable. I used 2 picks, one to hold it and then one to work it around. Good luck.